Hello and welcome to another episode of Top Deck. This time we're taking a look at Alfie Morton's first place Dublin regional deck profile from the previous weekend, and this time he tried out True Draco. So previously we've seen him play Pendulum Magicians a few times before, so an interesting switch up of things, and it'll be cool to see his comments on it. So unfortunately he can't come on for an interview today, he's not doing so well, but I hope you get better soon, Alfie, and in the meantime we're going to run through the deck, go over the matchups, and then he sent a bunch of answers to some questions that I asked him, so we can go through those as well. So for the deck, triple Amano Iwato, 1 Ignis, and triple Majesty Maiden, then double Masterpiece, 3 Demise, 3 Disciples, 3 Diagram, 3 Desires, 3 Duality, 3 Terraforming, 3 Heritage, 1 Upstart, 1 Skill Drain, 1 Judgment, 3 Erupt, 3 Apocalypse, and 1 Return. So a very nice, aesthetically pleasing deck list, always good to have. For the side deck, triple Ash Blossom and double Sphere Mode, 1 Raigeki, double Anti-Spell, triple Dimensional Barrier, triple Evenly, and 1 Imperial Order. So we'll start off with the rounds that he played. Round 1, he went against Dark Magician and 2-1 them. Round 2 against Paleo, 2-0. Round 3 against Metal Foe Draco and 2-1 them. Round 4 against Mermail, 2-1. Round 5 against Magician, he went 1-2. And round 6 against Paleo, he went 2-0. So a 5-1 from this event. And I asked him a few questions about the ratios and things. So the first thing, pretty much every True Draco deck that I have seen so far and had sent in has had 8 monsters. So he's played a whole 1 extra monster. And I wanted to know if he felt it made any difference at all. He didn't think that there was really an issue. Unlike playing Inspector Border, you can normal your Amano Iwato alongside another monster on the board, which is pretty good with Demise. He normally wants to use cards like Diagram or Desires or Duality before he demises, so that he has a better chance of drawing the cards he actually wants from Demise. And if he draws into Diagram, he can just pop the additional monsters in order to play his Demise, which is pretty cool. He feels that the ratio that he played was correct with True Draco monsters and the Amano Iwato, so playing the 3 Amano and then the 6 True Draco monsters in here. Then he didn't feature Anti-Spell in the main, which a few of the other deck profiles coming up on the channel do have. He said Anti-Spell is a good card, however it is very much a win more in the deck. He wanted his deck to be able to go first and hit the opponents with floodgates like Erupt and things like Judgment, but he also wanted to be able to play if he went going second, and Anti-Spell just really doesn't do anything for you if you do that. It's just too late because they will have already used up all of their spells. Or they'll have the scales established in Pendulum, so it's not that big a deal. He wanted to dedicate his main deck space to make it as consistent as possible in order to out big boards going second, which he's able to do by consistently seeing all of the True Draco spells and traps due to the high amount of draw power that he has put in, with maxing out on all of the pots and Demise and Upstart as well on top of that, which is really cool. I want to check what he liked or hated about the deck. He said he liked being able to see good cards going first and second, knowing that he could set up a good board to stun, or play through one whilst maintaining resources for the next turn. He didn't really enjoy the deck, because he said it isn't fun going Maiden and then set 5, because not much happens. The deck makes the game unfun for yourself and for your opponent because there's little to no interaction. He hopes cards like Erupt get hit in the future, as they're kind of degenerate floodgates, which really shouldn't be in the game. I then checked if there were any changes he would make to the list in the future. He said he wouldn't make any changes to the main deck. He finds it to be as perfect as it needs to be because it was fantastically consistent. He wouldn't play Imperial Order again in the side because it wasn't at all good at stopping your opponent for a turn. I'm sorry, as it is good stopping your opponent for a turn, but you can't do anything during your turn unless you have a monster to tribute over it. So suddenly, you're in a back position, especially if you've had to resolve your Demise, so you have fewer cards in your hand, you're less likely to have a monster be able to summon in on top of it and keep playing from there. He might also play 2 Cosmic Cyclones in the side deck over the 2 Sphere modes, because I don't believe these were that relevant for him. I wanted to ask if he would play the deck again. He said he would play the deck again. As much as he hates it, he feels like it has the best matchup versus every deck in the format. As we know, many different decks have issues. One issue that this deck could have would be bricking, which seems to be fairly well remedied by the use of the draw spells in here. And Alfie said he didn't really see any problems that the deck has in itself. Sometimes your opponent may blind second after you side out all your floodgates, which is hard to manage, but he'll be more aware of that in the future, so it won't be such an issue. The hardest and easiest matchups for his day, the Paleo matchup was by far the easiest, as it was super easy to 2-0 if you managed to out-resource your opponent. And apparently he didn't have any particularly hard matchups. And then I just wanted to know some more details about things, information about the list itself. So we got his original list of Ben Sherman, but he felt like a few of the cards were not really to his playing style. Things like Inspector Border in the main that we saw. The card doesn't really do anything going second, and playing through boards. However, Amano Iwato is especially good against Magician, so that's significantly better than playing the Inspector Border in that case. They both do the same job when you're going first though. Iwato just does a better job of going second, which gives you the guaranteed out to the Magician board every turn, as it won't be discarded by demise in the end phase, which is really cool. Then shoutouts to Ben Sherman for the sponsorship, and Jeswin and Bradley for lending him the Draco cards. Shoutouts to Luke Coogan and Ben for providing him a bed to sleep in, and Callum Doyle for finally topping a regional, and also Dan Neville for hosting a great event. So thanks very much, Alfie, for sending in your deck list. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comment section down below. Good luck in future events, Alfie. Hope you feel better soon, and really great to have you on again. And I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more True Draco on the way. Thanks for watching this episode of Top Deck. If you have any comments or suggestions that you would like to make, leave them in the comment section down below. Check out the description for details of how you can get involved in this series. You can enter by voice interview, or instead you could just send all of your information over Facebook Messenger. Anything like that will be absolutely fine. If you want to see anything in particular from the upcoming series, then be sure to get in touch, and I'll see you guys in the next video.